Okay, we are going live. Cool, eh? I think we
Yes,
are
sir.
live. Hi guys, welcome to this session. Kindly let us know if we are live on YouTube. This is going to be one of the most inspiring session for you all. ये सेशन सुनने के बाद भाई आप कैट के लिए मोटिवेट होने वाले हो एंड आप बोलोगे कि सर मैं भी कैट कर सकता हूं. मैं आपको रियल स्टोरी बताने वाला हूं. मेरा स्टूडेंट है सौम्यदीप चंद्रा इज ऑन बोर्डेड टुडे एंड ये वीडियो अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आप कितने भी परसेंट के बच्चे हो, 40%, 50-40 वाला तो नहीं जा सकता कैट के लिए, 60%, 55%, 50%, गाइस यू विल सी दैट कि एक सही काइंड ऑफ प्रेपरेशन, एक मेंटरशिप और जो रियलिटी चेक के बारे में सिर्फ सिद्धू से मेंटर्स बात करते रहते हैं ना हम लोग ऑलवेज, वो क्या आपको हेल्प करेगा. सो वी गोना टॉक अबाउट दैट. सौम्यदीप, वेलकम ऑन बोर्ड. सुपर प्राउड ऑफ यू. इसने
Thank you,
मुझे
sir.
जो चीजें बताई है सेशन 2 मिनट चालू करने के पहले, आई वॉज ऑस्ट्रक बिकॉज मैंने ऐसा स्टूडेंट अभी तक मेरी लाइफ में नहीं देखा है. सो आई विल गिव यू लिटिल बैकग्राउंड. सौम्यदीप का बैकग्राउंड मैं आपको बताता हूँ. सौम्यदीप ने फर्स्ट ईयर कैट दिया था, कैट 2021 में. सौम्यदीप का जो स्कोर था ना कैट का, आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, ही स्कोर्ड 0 इन क्वांट्स इन कैट 2021. he scored only 1 mark in DILR in CAT 2021.
Yes, sir.
He scored 30 percentile मेरे ख्याल से.
No,
एक
sir, 60,
CAT 30
67 percentile. I scored 30
in verbal.
In verbal. My raw score was 30, so it was around 90 percentile. So
90 percentile. So
total
verbal was
67.
and his overall percentile was just 67. So this is his story in CAT 2021. In 2022, he nailed CAT like a pro. He's got 2 years of work. He's got 2 years of gap, by the way.
Drop. Yes.
He's a fresher. 2 years of drop or a gap?
Sir, gap year, sir. 2 years gap.
Gap year. Perfect. And now he has made it to one of the most reputed IIMs in the country. It's one of the IIM that everybody really want to get into. It's a new IIM, but it's a fabulous IIM around the corner. Swamadip, all yours, man. Go ahead. Tell me your story. What happened last year?
Thank you, sir. A very good evening, late evening to all of my viewers, all of my friends. I will tell one thing about Ketan, sir, which he, being as modest as he was, he did not mention. And I wanted this to be the thumbnail, but again, sir is very modest. So I will just tell, and I will just quote an anecdote. So for any gap year student, like for any fresher and gap year student, gap years are is in all consideration the worst part of your life. Right. There is no answer, there is no certainty, there are a lot of problems, and your parents sometimes they don't understand you. So what happened was that it was not that I did not prepare last year, I prepared last year. But so here comes the thing. Ketan sir introduced myself as a student. I think there are 2 kinds of student. There is a serious student and there is a non-serious student. So I don't want to get into a lot of details over here, but thank God that I got into C2C because it made me a serious student. So nice. It made me a serious student. And the course structure in C2C, I am very aware of that. It has no extravagance. I don't want to quote like the other people around here, other people around this YouTube education center as a education forum, but C2C has a very strict policy. It has a strict set of goals, and the faculty will give you hell to make you reach that goal. And there is always the self-determination. So last year, my NMAT score was good. And I think I am generally good in interviews. So I cracked KJ Somaya, which is another reputed B school in the country. Right. And then, Ketan sir, would you tell or will I tell?
Right. So he cracked KJ Somaya, and I think we had a chat about it.
Yes. Sir, at 1 a.m. in the morning, I texted Ketan sir. Then I was just in C2C as a GTPI student. So I texted Ketan sir, ki KJ Somaya mila hai, lekin I think I can do better. I had already worked hard, but I thought that I could do better. And Ketan sir said, "Sun, agar tujhe लगता है that you can do better, KJ Somaya छोड़ दे, मैं गारंटी देता हूँ कि अगले साल तुझको KJ Somaya मिलेगा ही." ठीक है? This was the thing that only Ketan sir told me, and there were a couple of friends who told me that if you believe in yourself, you might get it, and there is your hard work, obviously. So it was a giant leap of faith, and I got my percentile, and I that's not the thing. That's a lot of people who are not accustomed to CAT. They think that the CAT percentile is the end. It's not. It's a start to the end. There is a whole lot of process of GDPI. So, and I have seen a lot of people with more scores than me, with 97 percentile, with VARC, and they did not get a lot. I don't want to pat myself.
Okay, I think we have a connection problem.
The back, I generally don't want to do that. They did not like, but my GDPI interview was good. I was, sir, are we okay right now?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So my GDPI was good, and I got into IIM Ranchi with a lot of wishes from everyone.
95 percentile, isn't it?
95.01, yes, sir.
Perfect. Soumya, would you mind giving us a breakup? Okay, last year quantum में 0 था, DLR में 1 marks था, verbal में 90 percentile था. इस बारी क्या सीन है?
सर इस बार लास्ट ईयर शैंकी सर नहीं था ना, तो इस बार शैंकी सर नहीं. तो यही सीन है.
ऐसे चेंज हुआ.
एकदम ऐसे ही चेंज हुआ, और डिटर्मिनेशन तो था. 50 मॉक दिए सर मैंने, 50 मॉक्स.
माय गुडनेस भाई, नोट डाउन कर लो. 50 मॉक्स दिए बंदे ने. अभी इस बारी सेक्शनल परसेंटाइल क्या है? वर्बल बीइंग द हाईएस्ट 97%.
97 परसेंटाइल, एलआरडीआई में 90 परसेंटाइल और क्वांट्स में 85 परसेंटाइल.
Oh, that's a good thing. So it's a good combination. 97 verbal में लाया, round about 90 DLR में लाया, और 85 quants में लाया, and overall 95 बन गया.
95.
It's a very good thing. Yes, so sir. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So Soumya, to get 90 percentile in DLR, one set?
Ekdam sir, one set.
One set, done and dusted.
Done and dusted, yes sir.
85 percentile in quants, 6 questions?
15 marks, sir.
15 marks.
15 marks, sir.
Round about 6 questions.
7 questions, 2 wrong. Right. Oh, right. Yes, sir.
5 to 6 questions, and 97 percentile in verbal.
Yes,
that
sir.
would bring you round about how much? Like 11 questions?
35. I got 35.
35. So that's around about 12 questions.
Yes. Yes.
12 questions.
Right.
12 questions. So that is, if you talk about that, is 12 plus 6, 18, 18 plus 4, 22. 22
yes,
on 66. That is exact 1/3, and you get 95 percentile dot. How cool is that? How cool is that? तो जितने भी बच्चे मेहनत कर रहे हैं, अब जो भी कैट के लिए भी गन कर रहे हैं, ये कॉम्बिनेशंस आप याद रखना. एक आपका कोई भी सेक्शन 95 के ऊपर, एक 90 पे आना चाहिए, एक 85 पे आना चाहिए, ओवरऑल 95 का बन जाएगा. You are good to go to the good IIMs.
And C2C teaches us that, right? C2C that your best shot, give your best shot to your most
the strong area. Perfect.
Yes,
so let's start section by section now. Let's start with your verbal. Did my strategies and the rule of benchmarking, bucketing, parajumble shortcuts and 14 rules of parajumble, odd and out, ये सब help किया D-Day पे?
Yes sir, बहुत ही help किया. I just want to tell something that if you trust your process, if everyone here trusts their process, then very little can go wrong. Okay, right. No one can tell you, I cannot tell you, even sir cannot tell you that you give a good CAT. I think that C2C was the only educational forum who after CAT, who set out a video saying that why your CAT went wrong. I don't think anyone had the guts to do that, right?
Very true. Very true.
I don't think anyone had the guts to do that, being in the business. So no one can tell you that you'll give a good CAT, but you'll take a good CAT exam. But what I can say that if you trust your process, if you work really hard, then very little can go wrong. So if you are aware that this year's paper was the most difficult paper in like 5 or 6 years, that's why there's a huge jump in score versus percentile. So I had an edge. I knew that I had an edge over verbal. So what I did was that what I have been doing throughout all the mocks is that I completed the verbal section well within the time, right? So that I could attempt more, and when I attempt more, my accuracy also increases. So I sorted out verbal, okay, and then came the most difficult part of the exam, which was the LRDI. LRDI was the most difficult part of the CAT this year for my slot. What happened was that I went through now see, I have given 50 marks and I have a set of preparation with me, right? So I will not say that I am ill prepared or less prepared, but when I saw the paper, I saw that, okay, so there is one set which is doable. It is very difficult, but it is doable. I can do that. And there are 3 sets which will need a lot of work in the trial and error method. If you join C2C, the viewers, they will go through this method, right? The faculty will go through this. So I did the set, and then I tried hard, tried my level best with the other sets. But as luck could have it, and I'm not complaining because I got into a new IIM, which is like
My
really
branch
great
is one
for
of the
me.
best, man.
So I'm not complaining, but in another day, I could have solved one of the another set, but that's okay. That's life. So then I went to the quant section, and after giving a not so great for LRDI section, my confidence was low in quants. But due to the fact that I had the experience of 50 mocks with me and I had worked hard, there was very little which could have gone wrong. And thanks to God, thanks to my stars, thanks to the guardian angels, very little did go wrong, and I got a manageable percentile. So that's
So,
what I
ma'am,
tell you. Yep. So
you have given cat twice. You have seen a
yes, sir.
lot of people, lot of
Yes, sir.
YouTube channels, lot of coachings, and blah blah blah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Do you really believe, because you are an achiever, you have all the accolades and liberty to say this, you are the right guy to say this. I want to understand, like, is it really the fact that if you are well prepared, a bad verbal section can impact DLR and a bad DLR can impact quants? Does it really happen, or is it just a psychology, people playing around?
Sir, a bad section can impact your mind, but it should not impact your paper, sir. Right. That's what I can tell you. Obviously, if you do a sum, then you feel a satisfaction, right? But you go through a sum and you cannot do it, then that is at the back of your mind. So you have to control your mind, and that comes through experience. That comes through working.
Exactly. So this is the point that I want to bring into the table, guys. जितने भी नए बच्चे हैं ना, आप पहली बार अगर कैट लिख रहे हो या फिर अगर आप सेकंड टाइम भी कैट लिख रहे हो, याद रखना, ये जो भी आपको कहा जाता है ना इंडस्ट्री में कि तुम्हारा वर्बल ठुक गया तो तुम्हारा डीएलआर ठुक जाएगा, तुम्हारा डीएलआर ठुक गया तो तुम्हारा क्वांट ठुक जाएगा, कुछ नहीं ठुकना भाई. सिंपल सी बात है, अगर तुमने प्रैक्टिस करी है तो बराबर से तुम्हारा वर्बल खराब जाने के बाद भी तुम्हारा डीएलआर अच्छा जाएगा और तुम्हारा क्वांट्स अच्छा जाएगा, या फिर उसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है. वर्बल ठुक गया, डीएलआर अच्छा गया, वर्बल अच्छा गया, फिर भी डीएलआर ठुक गया और क्वांट्स अच्छा गया. तो ये जो भी पॉइंटर्स हम आज आपको बताएंगे ना, आपको उसके ऊपर फेथ रखना है, आपको एकदम आपका वो बिलीफ सिस्टम बनाना है, जो मैं मेरे बच्चों को अंदर कहता हूँ कि ये तुम्हारा बिलीफ सिस्टम है. एंड दिस बिलीफ सिस्टम विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट ऑन अ डे. I'll quote an example, another example. Like, I mean, there are a lot of students, by the way. I won't take name now. It's a Soumya's lecture. So I know that a lot of people, they could not do very well in verbal. They scored only 80-85 percentile, but in DIR they scored 99 plus. In quants they scored 95 plus because they had that belief system कि केतन सर ने बोला है अगर वर्बल ठुक गया तो ऐसा नहीं कि मेरा डीआरआर ठुकेगा, मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूं. So that belief system will always help you.
Yes.
So let's continue. You are an engineer or a non-engineer?
So non-engineer, sir.
You're non-engineer. चलो भाई,
Sir.
अब तो मजा आ गया. बिकॉज मैंने ऐसा नहीं कि हमने बैठा और पर्दे के पीछे बातें करी, सौम्या हमें ये बोलना है वो बोलना है. दिस वीडियो इज नॉट स्क्रिप्टेड. मैं मेरे बच्चों को टॉपर को लेके आता हूँ एंड वी स्टार्ट ऑन द स्पॉट. 2 मिनट पहले ही टेल्स मी, सर डू यू नो लास्ट ईयर इन कॉल्स आई स्कोर्ड 0. आई वाज लाइक व्हाट द फक, इज दैट इवन ट्रू? ही इज लाइक या आई स्कोर्ड 0, दैट वाज माय रॉ स्कोर. आई वाज लाइक शिट. एंड देयर इज लाइक, and I did a good thing in DLR. I scored 1 mark. I was like, अरे बाप रे क्या है. So ये भी मुझे, and I did not know he's an engineer or non-engineer. I just asked him. So he's a non-engineer. Now let's move ahead with this.
I'm a non-engineer who had arts in the +2. So that's
again, okay. So you're from arts background, just like
yes,
we had Ayan the other day. Cool.
Yes,
so now this gets even more interesting, guys. I want you all to hit like and cheer up Soumya, his success, and kind of support him and listen to his story, by the way. So Soumya, you're a non-engineer, you've done a fantastic job. Tell me how these kids can crack at least 85 percentile in quants. They have 6 months in their hand. Is it doable for a non-engineer?
It's very doable. It's very doable. I can, sir, I don't have it with me, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell everyone a thing that really happened, and I don't lie, sir. So I think everyone knows over here. So in the month of October, sir, it was just after my Durga Puja. We have a Durga Puja over here, sir. So I sat down with my mocks, and it was in quant. I could attempt 0 questions. Okay. 1 month before CAT. Okay.
1 month
maybe
before CAT.
Maybe it was the space of, it was my mind's position. Maybe it was the nerves getting to me. Maybe it was like the whole competitive arena. But at the end of the day, when I sat down to take CAT, to take the SimCATs, I could not attempt a single mark, single question. But this is the thing. In that CAT exam, I scored 87 percentile just because I had a good verbal. So then the confidence kicked me that this is not going to happen in your CAT. You are not a bad student. You have so much practice behind you. But even if that happens, you see your other score. How can you be bad at a section when you're so good at the other sections, right?
Right.
So trust your process. Trust your process. Give as many mocks as you can. Like, forget the festivities. I did that. I in Ashtami, in Durga Puja Ashtami, which is a huge thing in Kolkata.
Right.
I
Here,
sat down,
here as well, in Maharashtra as well, definitely.
yes, sir. I know, sir. And I sat down with every day. I would give like a couple of mocks, and every day I would analyze mocks. But, I think a lot of people don't tell, but in C2C, the faculty always say the analysis of the mocks is more important than the taking of the mocks. So I analyzed mocks. I took 2 cat mocks, and just work your way through, work your way upwards. Okay, because you look at yourself in the mirror and you know, just there is no denial in it. You know you're an average kid. You know you're a mediocre kid. You know you did not get those prizes in high school, right? You know you are not supposed to be an IIMian, right? And then you prove them wrong. You prove the person in the mirror wrong, sir.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly. That is the point. Very, very well said, by the way. Now here is one question that I rather, यहाँ पे ना एक चीज है जो हम सब लोगों को समझनी चाहिए. जितने भी बच्चे हैं जो सुन रहे हैं मुझे और सौम्य को, एक चीज आप लोग समझ लो जो मैं आपको अभी कहने वाला हूँ. सी पॉइंट यहाँ पे ये है, अगर आपकी क्वांट्स बहुत खराब है और अगर आपकी वर्बल और डीआरआर बहुत अच्छी है, याद रखना ऑलवेज वो डीआरआर और वर्बल आपका स्कोर बूस्ट करेगा कैट में. आप क्वांट्स करो, मैं कहता हूँ अगले 3 महीने पे आप क्वांट्स करो. आप जून जुलाई अगस्त आप क्वांट्स में जान लगा दो. बट ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, इफ क्वांट्स इज योर अकिलीज हील, guys, you cannot expect your cons to get 98 and 99 percentile. जो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स कहते हैं ना, वीकनेस को सुधारो, वीकनेस को सुधारो, वीकनेस को सुधारो, तुम उसी लेवल तक सुधार सकते हो वीकनेस को जहां तक तुम अपनी एक काइंड ऑफ एक सेफ स्कोर ला सकते हो. पर जो तुम्हारा जो एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स लगेगा ना, जो बोनस मार्क लगेगा, वो तुम्हारा स्ट्रॉन्ग एरियाज ही रहेगा. और ये कैट ही कर लो, मतलब कैट ही क्या, मतलब जैट हो गया, स्नैप हो गया, एनमैट हो गया. दिस इज द मंत्रा फॉर द एंटायर क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड लैंडस्केप. तो आपको ये समझना चाहिए कि अगर मैं क्वांट्स में बुद्धू हूं, अगर मेरे को क्वांट्स नहीं आता है, या फिर अगर मेरा क्वांट्स 40 नहीं है, आप जितना जान लगाना उतना क्वांट्स में जान लगा लो. आप 95 97 तक नहीं पहुंच पाओगे, शायद से पहुंच भी पाएंगे कुछ बच्चे. बट द बेस्ट थिंग इज दैट कि आपको ये एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा कि भाई मैं इतना ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं हूं, बट कैन आई क्रैक कट ऑफ, कैन आई डू 6 क्वेश्चंस, कैन आई डू 7 क्वेश्चंस दिल से. I get 87, 88 percentile. I scored very well in DLR and verbal ability reading comprehension, and my score goes up. So, Matt, does this make any sense to you? Is this correct?
Absolutely. I would just want to add one thing. If you work hard enough and the paper is designed in such a way, no one can prove that wrong, you will cross the sectional percentile in your worst cases. Okay, the point is to cross the sectional percentile in the sections that you're weak at. Right. So the sectional percentile is 85, 80, 85, right?
Yeah,
so you work hard.
And it's 80 plus.
Yes, so and cross that barrier. And at your strong areas, you do what you can.
Perfect. So man, you made a mention, something just strike me. You said that, C2C mentors made you a serious student.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would love to know about this. If you can give us a brief about it.
Pointer 1 is that there is class every day of the week. Okay. There is class every day of the week. The faculty, so what will I tell you? The faculty takes classes at 9:30, which went on till like in some cases 12:30. Okay. So my faculty, I used to like bully my faculty a lot. Okay. Those people who used to take classes, but that they got me the marks. I tell this to anyone, they got me the marks. So first, everyday classes. Second, there is so much resources, and I think C2C gives free mocks. I don't think C2C gives like 30 to 35 free mocks. So who does that, right? So another thing, a third thing is that there are so many resources that you would never feel that you're short of anything, right? And fourth is something that I really feel it is nice. The kids who are studying with you are as nice as you are. They are serious as well, because C2C does not have a place for buffoonery. Okay. I was a part of the C2C accelerator batch. Am I correct, sir? I think it was called accelerator. Yes, sir. So not a day went by. I can show you the text. Not a day went by when a lot of people did not put sums, okay, for the rest of them to solve. So every day, even if you're, say, for example, you think that you have a rough day and you think that you like go out. When you're going out, there's a ping on the WhatsApp and there's a new sum. Someone could not solve the sum. You get back home, you put your pen and your paper and you solve the sum. Okay. So the whole culture that C2C provides, I think, is a very wholesome culture, and they have your back all the way through, I guess. I guess, like, I have a lot of people coming to me who did not like get well marks, but at the end of the exam session, they're sorted out. I think that okay. Right, that's nothing. Yep.
Perfect. All right, now we'll move to the very important area जहाँ पे हम बात करते हैं कि हमें पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए, वो जो करनी चाहिए, इंडीड करनी चाहिए। मतलब अगर कोई बच्चा जेन्युइनली कैट क्रैक करना चाहता है, देखो आप C2C के बच्चे हो या फिर आप किसी और कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन के बच्चे हो, मेरी आपको एक ही रिक्वेस्ट रहेगी कि आपको मेहनत करनी है। अगर आप हवा महल बना रहे हो, इफ यू आर बिल्डिंग योर कैसल इन द एयर, इट्स गोना स्क्रू यू अप वन डे, दैट इज फॉर श्योर। तो आपको मेहनत करनी है। चलो हमने मेहनत भी कर ली, अब यहाँ पे और एक चीज आती है जो मैं सौम्या को पूछना चाहूंगा कि सौम्या, बहुत सारे बच्चे मेहनत करते हैं, बट यार फिर भी ना 6-7 क्वेश्चन बच्चों के निकल नहीं पाते, और ये अच्छे बच्चे होते हैं। मतलब ये C2C के बारे में नहीं बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, नॉन C2C के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ। जिस साल जितने बच्चे ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं वही कह रहे हैं कि सर मैंने तो हमने करा 6-6 महीना पढ़ा, 7-7 8-8 9-9 महीना पढ़ा। तब मेरी जब बात होती तब मैं कहता हूँ कि बेटा वो स्ट्रैटेजी वगैरह सब कुछ ना वो भी जानना जरूरी है, बिकॉज हम एक ऐसी रैट रेस में है जहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ ये बोला जाता है कि यू स्टडी 10 hours, then 12 hours, then 15 hours. But if you don't know the strategy, and if you don't know those know-hows, then probably it's not going to help you if you're an average student. Any comment on that?
Sir, I'd like to say one thing with your permission. The thing that I think this I will give it to you. Only you tell and no one else tells that CAT is a really difficult exam. Those who say that it is an easy exam to crack, it's a lie. Okay, it plays with you. It plays with your psyche. The whole process plays with your psyche, and you have to strategize. You have to strategize to work it through. And by strategy, it does not mean that you will have to devise a formula, right? To get this correct and this wrong and this correct. No. Strategy comes naturally. That is a thing that Shanky sir used to tell me, is that strategy, when you work really hard, strategy comes naturally to you. After you have given like 30 mocks, right? Then you figure out your own strategy by yourself. Okay, which are the questions that I can attempt? Which are the questions I can attempt in, like, say, 10 seconds or less? Like, I figured out my strategy with verbal. That my strategy was that to complete the paper with 5 minutes remaining. I'm not sure that a lot of people can do that, but that was the thing that I have. I could complete any VARC paper in 35 to 32 minutes. So I have a buffer time to go on and check the questions, right? So strategies like this, these are very unique and personal to you. If you work hard and if you listen to the faculty, I'm sure we have great faculty over here. I had great faculty over here. Then it is going to work itself out. And as I said, if you trust your process, if you listen to the people who are telling you these things, very few can go wrong. I'm not saying that not anything will go wrong, but very few can go wrong.
We'll take care of that. I mean, again, this is not a marketing thing that we are talking about.
No,
it's just that Soumya is that level, where he can, articulate things very well, and, he can talk it out. So again, never expected sessions to go like this, but great content, Soumya, by the way. Now, moving ahead with the motivation part. I think this is one of the most important factor comes into picture जब एक बच्चा एक aptitude exam के लिए prepare करता है. Motivation बहुत बड़ा पंगा होता है. And ऐसा नहीं कि motivation पंगा है, मतलब मैं दो तरीके से देखता हूँ, 80% and 20%. मैं देखता हूँ कि 20% वाला जो चंक है ना इंडिया के बच्चों का जो कैट के लिए प्रिपेयर करता है, they know why they're going for CAT. They are sorted. Even they do get motivated, but they're practical towards their approach. And then I see on the other hand, the big chunk of students, maybe they're naive or maybe they're misguided. I don't know, but motivation has always been a problem for them. तुमको ऐसा हुआ motivation का issue आया कि नहीं होगा करके, and how did you tackle that?
सिर्फ motivation का issue नहीं आएगा, मैंने बहुत कुछ छोड़ दिया ना.
I'm sorry, say that again. I think we have a connection problem. Soumya, are you? Can you hear me? Okay, I think we'll wait for it. Okay. By the time Soumya gets his internet corrected, I will just take a couple of questions. According to did the exposure very well, 50 of students can 1 or 2 जिन्होंने समझ में नहीं आता वो खुद में मेहनत नहीं करते. ठीक है, fair enough. One is asking, I'm 27 with 5 years gap due to UPSC. Will it affect my placements? No, it's not going to affect your placements. If you have a gap, chill, don't worry about it. Now, somebody was asking about people who are becoming as a teacher and students. Okay, I think Soumya will rejoin. Let's wait for him. But for the fact that I am live and probably I'll add him when he join in. I will answer you guys कि ये फंडा क्यों है. So understand this. The overall mentality जो हमें लगती है ना, वो हमारी ये mentality है. और ये मैं बच्चों को यहाँ पे पॉइंट आउट करने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहा, बट मैं ओवरऑल मेंटेलिटी के बारे में बात करता हूँ. हमारी मेंटेलिटी ऐसी होती है ना कि एक फैकल्टी का मतलब होता है एक ऐसा बंदा जो 40, 45, 50 साल पुराना हो, मतलब ओल्ड हो, जिसको 30, 35 साल का टीचिंग का एक्सपीरियंस हो, जिसकी सफेद दाढ़ी हो, है ना, जो ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट हो. तो ये चीज होती है. बट ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, दो चीजें होती है. एक फैकल्टी अलग चीज होती है और एक मेंटर और कोच एक अलग चीज होती है. और ये मैं अपनी एक्सपीरियंस से मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ. हमारे पास जो भी फैकल्टीज है उसका मैं आपको एक ग्राउंड लेवल बताता हूँ. देखो गाइज, ये चीज याद रखना, मतलब ये आपके ऊपर है, आपको सही लगता है कि गलत लगता है, बट मैं आपको एक चीज बताना चाहता हूँ एक भाई के नाते. You cannot say that somebody who's got 99.99 is a great teacher. I'll show you so many people with 99.99 cannot even explain question to students. Somya, you are live by the way, but
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
taking
Yes,
2 minutes to answer questions.
sir. Okay, sir.
So I've seen a lot of people been in the industry for like 30, 35 years, but they cannot connect to students. Number one. Number two, a 99.99% teller, he is good at his level, but he cannot teach you. He cannot explain you how to solve that question. He's so talented. His IQ is so good that you give that question to him and he'll be able to solve it. ये फैकल्टी भी अच्छे होते हैं, बट ऑलवेज याद रखना, जब एक टीचर के बारे में बात होती है, एक टीचर वो होता है जो आपको ये चीज पढ़ा सकता है कि आपको ये चीज करनी कैसी है. फिर वहां पे उसकी उम्र, whether he is an IIM or not, whether he is a 99 percentile or not, it doesn't matter. I'll show you there are so many companies, there are so many unicorns, and there are so many good companies valued at $1 million and billions of dollar. उनके जो मेन फैकल्टीज है, उन्होंने यार वो एग्जाम्स भी क्रैक नहीं करी है. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? उन्होंने वो एग्जाम्स भी क्रैक नहीं करी है और वो बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं, लाखों बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं. एंड आई विल टेल यू समथिंग इवन मोर देन दैट. जो फंडे हम बताते हैं ना, EQ का फंडा, स्ट्रैटेजी का फंडा, लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी का फंडा, ये आपको बहुत कम क्लासेस में पढ़ने को मिलेगा, बिकॉज हम कहीं ना कहीं वो जो ट्रेडिशनल एजुकेशन मेथोडोलॉजी है ना, वहां पे हम स्टक हो चुके हैं. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, मैं आज आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस विद ऑल माय ओपन हार्ट. I feel sad about this because people who have the ability, and in a very rough way, I'll tell you, people who've got balls to crack CAT, that they'll crack it. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. And you will see people saying that, oh, so we also had a student, last year who scored 20 percentile in the month of October. Boss, he is a bits Pilani. He is 99.93. I am Ahmedabad. My proud student he is, right? But the problem is that with average student, if you are an average student, you need to understand that why there are people who are cracking CAT and why the hell I cannot crack the CAT. Why I cannot do 6 fucking questions of CAT examination in Quants. And people will tell you on YouTube that, oh, do 6 questions and you'll get it. Do 7 questions and you'll get it. People are not able to do that. 180,000 students are not able to crack 90 percentile benchmark.
Yep.
That is the saddest and the real fact about CAT coaching, that we are only studying. People giving you bullshit, do 50 questions each day. It's not going to happen. If your basics are completely bad, तुम्हारा 50 करो, तुम 50,000 क्वेश्चन करो, अगर तुम्हारा बेसिक ही नहीं है, तुमको नहीं आएगा भाई मेरे, और तुम छोड़ दोगे. I have seen people joining coachings and not getting mentored and then giving them on their dream of MBA, leaving CAT examination completely. ये real fact है guys. Keeping all these things aside, business and brands and all that stuff, I'm talking about the average student of country. जो कैट के लिए आता है उसको लगता है कि भाई 12वीं 15वीं या फिर तुम्हारा ग्रेजुएशन के जैसा तुम पढ़ाई करो और तुम्हारा कैट निकल जाएगा. इट इज नॉट गोना हैपन इफ यू आर नॉट सिटिंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट व्हाई आई एम नॉट एबल टू डू दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. एंड योर इमोशनल क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. You talk to 99 percentile, they will not tell you about EQ. But you talk to somebody who's got 80, 90 percentile, he'll tell you that, boss, EQ is very important because he's a part of that 80% people. He understands the pain of that 80% people. People who are smart, no, they don't care about EQ because they get it like this. So average बच्चे यहाँ पे फंस जाते हैं. आता सब है, मेहनत भी बहुत है, 12-12 घंटा 13-13 घंटा बैठते हैं, लाइटें नहीं है घर पे, दूर दराज में बैठे हैं, मेहनत कर रहे हैं, रोते हैं, आंखों से आंसू आते हैं क्योंकि सर क्वेश्चंस नहीं बन रहे, बेसिक स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है भाई. तो ये चीजें जब हम बैठ के बात करते हैं ना, तो ये चीजें समझना जरूरी है कि एक फैकल्टी वो नहीं होता जो 60 साल बुढ़ा है या फिर 40 साल इंडस्ट्री में पढ़ा है, 40 साल 30 साल इंडस्ट्री में पढ़ाने के बाद यू डोंट बिकम अ चैंपियन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट. You have to deliver it to the people, an average student, and if he learns from you and if he understand you, then you are a faculty. तो ये फंडा मैं नहीं मानता हूँ, एंड इसलिए हमारे यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे हमारे फैकल्टी काफी यंग है, दे आर यंग एफ. आप शैंकी की बात करो, आप मनोहर की बात करो, आप सौम्या की बात करो, आप सार्थक सर की बात करो. सार्थक सर इज IIM Bangalore gold medalist. Manohar is Amazon guy. He's making half a crore, 99.44. Soma 95, Shanky 99, Kevin 99.93, Gaurav 99.99. These are all young lads. But they are teaching you because they know where is the problem. They can connect to you. एक faculty का traditional होता है, आया, पढ़ाया, चले गया. घंटा नहीं समझा तुम लोगों को, वो चले गया, वो लगा डाउट सेशन में आओ. अरे सर इधर ही समझ में नहीं आया, डाउट सेशन में मैं क्या डाउट लेके आऊं, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया.
Sir, you did not mention.
Somebody was saying right. The faculties and all that. I just thought, I'll explain these people because students are very naive. They don't understand. And when you don't crack CAT, when it is your second or third attempt, boss, you are smart AF. You know what is, and these guys like Soumya or probably guys like Manav, they understand the quality of this content because इन लोगों का CAT पहले नहीं हुआ है. And जब तुम लोग बैठते हो और जब पीछे देखते हो तुमको पता चलता है कि यार मेरा CAT क्यों नहीं हुआ. You will not criticize any mentor or any coaching institute. It is always you'll take that वो तीर है ना आप अपने आप में लोगे and you will like shit यार मैं
एकदम yes sir absolutely.
So, please continue man. I just
no sir you did not you did not mention that we have that when I was studying we had different faculty to teach different levels of difficulty. You did not mention
वो भी है आप बता सकते हो अगर आपको बताना है. I don't want to get into that level like तो इन लोगों को लगेगा कि यार ये ना मैम मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं तो चलो हम उस पॉइंट पे चलेंगे.
No, that is very important because you should know which level you are at, right? That is the first part to like know that if you're a mediocre student then tell yourself that you're a mediocre student, right? So if you think you're a mediocre student and you can get 96, that's not going to happen, right?
Right. Fantastic.
Yes.
Cool है. So ma'am, great journey. You've nailed it. What I want to understand is अभी बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं, एक एवरेज बच्चे के बारे में बात करते हैं, ठीक है. 6 महीना बचा है इनके पास. देखो इनको करना होता है ना. इनको लाइफ में कुछ बनना होता है. इनके भी IIM से ख्वाब होते हैं, ठीक है. But maybe get misguided or maybe fake motivation, whatever. I want you to give them some pointer कि भाई अगर आपको फोड़ना है अगले 6 महीना बस आप ये फोकस करो because पढ़ाई हर एक बच्चा करता है मेरे ख्याल से. So give them some guideline as a brother. Give them some guideline.
Pointer 1, basics. Clear your basics. Okay. Right. Difficult question you cannot do. Understandable. Not a lot of people.
मेरा 99 नहीं आया था क्या? नहीं मेरा DL और Quants में नहीं आया था. Verbal मैंने बहुत फोड़ा था. Go ahead.
So do your basics first. Second is that the greatest motivation is your past exam. It's your past mock test, right? If you scored a 50 percentile in mock, then that no motivation is greater than that your own performance. So and always allot more time in the analysis of your mocks than actually giving the mocks, right? So please do that. Clear the basics, practice hard, practice what is being taught to you. And one thing that I've noticed is that go to your teachers when you have doubts instead of trying to solve them yourselves, right? There's a reason why they're your teachers, right? So do that thing, help your friends, ask your friends, and then when you're taking the mocks, take them like it is the D-Day. This is the D-Day and this is the actual CAT. And just go on and enjoy the journey because that was also a great journey. Now I can say, maybe at that time I could not say this, but now I can say, and enjoy the journey.
Now you're smarter.
Right. If you're giving 50 mocks, right? If you're giving 40 mocks, then please enjoy the process of giving 40 mocks. Otherwise, there's no point.
Right. Don't get burnt out, And again, I'm telling you, guys, your CAT journey is going to be a roller coaster. Trust me, I'm not kidding. And during CAT journey, what you should be banking a lot on is your hard work and not the motivation. Take it like this. Good day, you're okay. Bad day, you're okay. You have to keep working hard towards your goal because it's your journey. And, motivation आते रहेगा. अगर आप बहुत सही करते हो ना काम, अगर आपको पता है कि मेरी पढ़ाई सही हो रही है, I'll tell you the biggest motivation on this earth. सबसे बड़ा motivation होता है जब तुमको वो क्वांट्स का क्वेश्चन बनने चालू हो जाते हैं, जब तुम्हारे पैराजंबल सही आने चालू हो जाते हैं. आज मैं बोलूं या सौम्या बोले या कोई टॉम डिक एंड हैरी बोले कि अरे हो जाएगा हो जाएगा हो जाएगा, देखो होने से सब होता है, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट, बट उसके लिए एक मेहनत, उसके लिए एक रोड मैप, उसके लिए एक स्ट्रैटेजी होना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। तो अगर आप वो चीजों का ख्याल रखते हो, इफ यू टेक केयर ऑफ योर इनपुट, योर आउटपुट इज गारंटीड 100%, 1000% गोना बी द वे यू वांट। That is the only thing that we can tell you.
Yes, sir.
And Soumya is going to be there. Soumya is now mentoring a lot of kids.
Yes,
at
sir.
Citizen.
Yes, sir.
And he'll
Yes,
be
sir.
there next year also. GDPI में भी वो आएगा, आपको बहुत सारा चीजें बताएगा.
I
And
will teach what I learned, right? What helped me through to get into
perfect.
IIM Ranchi. That was the GDPI part. I just completely understand this right now.
Perfect,
Yes, sir.
perfect, perfect. How does it feel now, Soumya? After
It feels relieving, to be honest, sir. It feels a great relief. It feels nice, and also it feels humbling, right? When you see, because I see a lot of, like, even today also I was like recording classes. So before that I had my live classes on, and I see a lot of students who are struggling. So when you look at them and you look at yourself, there's a sense of humility that comes. So you feel humble, and you hope that the next 2 years is going to be kind to you. So that's it.
Perfect, man. Perfect. I'm glad that brother, I'm blessed to have students like you. जो हम पे फेथ रखते हैं, ट्रस्ट रखते हैं, एंड एक अलग लेवल पे चीजों को लेके चले जाते हैं. So I'm really happy to have you, and thanks a lot for sharing a lot of stuff to kids, because I think more than just giving them the hopes, it's very important that you give them the roadmap and the hope. Otherwise, sometimes hope would need hope. Something like that happens in a life. So guys, बने रहो यार गेम में, बहुत लंबी जर्नी होने वाली है ना. देखो 2 साल बैठे हैं, 2 साल बैठे थे.
कुछ नहीं किया सर, कुछ नहीं किया, सिर्फ पढ़ा, कुछ नहीं किया, सिर्फ मॉक सॉल्व किया. फिर
हम कह सकते हैं कि इजीली हो जाता है. अगर मेहनत करेंगे फिर हम कह सकते हैं इजीली हो जाता है. सही है. सही है गाइस. थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. Those who are going through CAT का that sort of एक रीगर अगर आप go through कर रहे हो, बस एक चीज याद रखना कि when you are actually going through some shit, right, or when you are actually struggling, never focus on your struggle. Always tell yourself कि भाई ये struggle के बाद जो दिन आने वाले हैं वो बहुत सही होने वाले हैं. So always think about what is there after the struggle. It will give you a very good motivation, and you will keep hustling. Cool है Soumya? Thanks.
Yes, man. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes,
God
sir.
bless you, man. God bless you. Take care.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. You've been wonderful.